Hello Capricorn! Thank you for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Valima Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Already shuffled. Capricorn. What's going on here, Capricorn? It's like there's a big space. Well, we'll find out why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that goes to this too. Abundance. Alright, we got abundance. I don't know if I should have looked at that though. It doesn't feel right for what I'm seeing, but let's keep it in mind. They're saying abundance. Where the abundance is the question. I'm still like, I want it there, but I'm not understanding what they're saying with it just yet. So we're gonna have to pull it in later to understand it. They're saying it's abundance though. They're pushing it. They're like, no, this isn't as bad as it seems. And I'm looking at the end. That's why there's like a big space. You can have abundance. You might have to change directions. You might have to make a new beginning to change what your circumstances are. That might be why this reading is coming to you. That makes sense for Capricorn, because if you see it ahead of time and you give yourself enough time to think it over, mull it over, go through it enough, you might be able to make changes so you don't have to end up where I see this going over here. I don't like where this is all over here. It's a ways out, so you do have a lot of time to change things. So what I'm starting with, 10 of Pentacles with the Hierophant. He makes me feel like rules. There was another reading I did. Was it Leo that had the rules? 10 of Pentacles. Like, things are very stable, but it's because you're following the rules. You're following things the way they need to be done. You know how they need to be done, and you're following that. Capricorn seems to be usually, I'm not saying all the time, okay with the rules in the sense of, like, once they're used to them and they're seeing how they're benefiting the situation, they're fine. Usually. Now, you got imagination here, right on top of it. And I'm getting here, like, you're following things, you're doing things as you normally would, you're following the rules as you normally would. But the thought, there's something creeping in here in the back of your head saying, you know, is this what I want? Is this how I want to keep doing this? Am I happy the way this is? Because I don't see anything changing. Since the rules are the same in the situation, and the situation is very stable, is that what I want? Because it's not going to change. It's always going to be the same rules, same situation. It is stable, but imagination is saying, would you like something different, or would you like to change something? I personally don't think Capricorn is against change. As long as they're okay with it and they decide it's a good change, they're willing to work towards that change. But I feel the information pushing in on you like, is this what I want? Is this how I want it to just keep going for a long period of time? Whatever that long period of time is for you. The situation itself is doing well. The situation is flourishing. It's very stable, but I also feel like you're stable on your side. But the 9 of Cups here is like a lot of accomplishments, a lot of good attitude, good feelings, people getting along, people working together well. Everything seems very good when this is coming in, and I like that. And I feel like that's what the big thing is, especially with abundance and new beginnings here at the bottom. Everything will change over time. Nothing stays the same. Even plastic over a long period of time will sooner or later come apart. It could be a few centuries from what I understand, whatever. But still, you know, it can be cracked and damaged over time. It won't, like, if you have a plastic bottle, it's not always going to be functional as a plastic bottle. It may still survive as plastic, but it may not be functional for plastic as a plastic bottle for that whole time. Why are we going down this? Because I just feel like they're saying the situation is going to change over time. What's good now will not be good later. And your first sign of this, which could be happening anytime, it could even be happening right now for you, is that other people you're dealing with hitting this 10 of Swords moment And then there's a lot of energy with this. A lot of frantic energy to try to escape this demise. Like, the Ten of Swords is devastation. Granted, it's a minor arcana card, so there usually is a degree of negotiation with those. A degree. The way this is feeling, though, the way things are coming in, it comes in very heavy, a lot of energy, and there's devastation around you. It's related to this situation. And this is your first clue, your first moment of eye-opening information that this situation has already begun to change. Maybe unravel depending on your situation. When you're seeing other people hit this devastation point, it gives you a weird feeling. Part of you thinks it's time to change, but an equal part is like, I don't want to. I don't want to change. So you're getting, like, it's half and half. Oh, I should probably change because I'm seeing this devastation happen over here, and I do things the same way. But the other equal side is like, I don't want to. And maybe if I just hold to it, it'll rebalance and it'll be fine. And it'll just come back to its strong balance that I'm used to. You don't want to change, but you're getting an inkling like, I really should. And I'm getting, yes, you really should. Because the way you're adding into this situation is the Page of Cups. I feel like you're still okay. If this reading is hitting correctly, you're still okay. The way you're doing things is still making the grade for you. You're seeing how it failed for other people that do things similarly. You're seeing how it failed for them. That's why you got the Page of Cups. Like, right now I'm okay. But you're not, it's not the Ace of Cups. You're not overflowing with happiness because you know the reality has stung. It stung somebody else. And you're not happy that it hit them at all. You wish it never hit them at all, because if it never hit them, you wouldn't even have to face this reality. And you're not wishing bad things on other people anyway. But it's bringing forth the reality where your situation, yes, is still good, but there may be an expiration date on that. This is your moment. Yes, you should change. Yes, you should. And at this point, you need to realize you have to start moving towards that change. It's not going to happen in 2 minutes. It would be rare for a Capricorn to be like, well, we just got to change complete direction right now, let's go. It's going to take some time, but you need to commit yourself to the thought, it's time to change. When you accept the thought, it's time to change, you will start moving in that direction. You'll naturally find the way that is easy or comfortable. I don't want to say easy, I want to say comfortable. Well, you're going to find the way that's comfortable for you, and you'll go towards that change, and you'll make things better. They're saying this is your moment. You don't have to have a bad moment. You got the Devil card and the Health card. It's down the line. I feel for a lot of you, you're just not going to want to change. If you don't force yourself to accept it's time to change, this is where you end up, is what I'm getting. The Devil card with Health. I'm feeling the situation is not easy. You're stuck in it. You're trying to still justify where it is. You're trying to revitalize it. Meanwhile, it's coming in on you like it did this other person. You're starting towards your Ten of Swords moment. You're creating your own Ten of Swords moment. It's being shown up. It's showing up as the Devil card because if you don't change now, you're not going to be able to get out of it. It's way down the road, and I know usually major arcanas are not avoidable. And you will still have some type of problem down the line, but it won't be the Ten of Swords. It'll be something else, and it won't be as impactful. No, I feel like you'll avoid this altogether. I know that that's major arcana, but I feel like you'll get out of it. If you're able to change now, then this won't happen. But you have to start changing now to not make this happen. I'm getting Health card is telling me because the situation has become very toxic, you have to find a new way to make things better. It's going to be a stark change. You may be forced to change. The Health card is coming in here saying the situation will no longer be healthy for you, so that's why it's going to have to change. I'm getting in the center of what's actually happening, the Nine of Swords, regret. which is definitely directly connected to this Devil card. You're very unhappy. You have to change. The situation is toxic, and you're regretting not starting sooner. You're regretting not starting sooner. And there's other people around you in the same boat feeling that loss, that they have to find what they can. They have to pick up the pieces that they can. It's not a total loss for them, but other people around you are realizing they have to start changing too. I'm also getting, because I'm seeing the strength here, where it's hard for other people to change directions too. If you change now, if you start moving in another direction now, other people are going to see that, and they're going to take it more seriously that they need to change direction too. You might not just change direction for yourself, but not like you're trying to push other people to go your way, but other people might follow you in your change. And you might make things not only better for yourself, but other people. I don't feel you're out to save the world or trying to help other people in that sense. You're just trying to do what's right for you. I feel like other people are following because they believe the reason you're changing, there's a good reason you're changing for one thing. And that if you've decided that you need to go another direction, they're thinking, you know, I need to think about this. I need to maybe change direction myself, because they don't want to end up in this Ten of Swords situation either. So they're following your lead, like to get away from that Ten of Swords possibility. And you seem to be influencing other people to also make things better for themselves before they end up in this Devil moment. I know that's a major arcana, but in this reading, I feel like you can avoid it, which is kind of interesting, because usually major arcanas you can't. I feel they're saying other things in life will balance out. Don't worry about it. But this situation, you can make this situation better. We're going to let that be. All right, so you can make this situation better. I think that's the whole thing. All right, I'm going to wrap it up there. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.